السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، كيف حالكم شباب صغير؟ هنا فيديو جديد وحلقة جديدة عن لعبة بيوموتانت الجزء الثاني ان شاء الله. هذا الفيديو ان شاء الله حيكون طويل، تقريبا مدته ساعة حنصور لكم اياه. تمام، ان شاء الله تنال اعجابكم وتستمتعوا، وما تنسون اهم شيء من اللايك والاشتراك. وهلا خلينا نبلش بالفيديو. ظبط كاسة شاي وبوشارك، هيك اغراضك كلها جاهزة جنبك. وهلا خلينا نبلش. ليتس جو.
The wheeled one is outnumbered.
بدنا نعيد الهجوم الاخير اللي هجم عليه، بس انا كل مرة انقذته اتذكر. شكله ما تم التسييف.
A smart foe would leave now. Close encounter. Shouldn't take much more.
طبعا هو هاي
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup.
هذا الجزء انا كنت مخلصه قبل هالمرة، يعني لعبه بس ولكن عم بعيده. بس اتس اوكي، ما في مشكلة يعني. صديقي القديم.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark. How Lupa Lupin somehow left you alive after his raid on the old village. He must have had a purpose with that. The question is, what? There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the Jagni tribe that's actively working for a doomsday and purging of the world. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
انا ما فهمت شيء من القصة صراحة. اذا انتم فهمتوا شيء يكون خير، انا ما فهمت شيء ابدا. صديق جديد. هون وقت اخر مرة وصلنا لنهاية الجزء وسكرنا. هي كان هيك بسرعة على اساس مش شايفه نفس السرعة يعني. ايش عم بيحكي؟
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. There's nothing as powerful as a Muma's love. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people.
أم البطاطا.
The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here. Magic? He claims it's just the force of life, the existence of energy, powering and connecting all things living, like the Nono. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
والله ما فهمت أنا 100% شو هاد، بس ليش هيك الكائن شوي صغير؟ هلا هات شو والله هيك أسرع صرنا يعني عساس. هلا أنا في شغلة ما فهمتها، أول شي اختاريت شخصية، لعبت بشخصية ولا عم بلعب شخصية؟ شو الترابط بين الشخصيات؟ أنا هلا ما فهمت. والله مليح. بس ما تقلي غرق. هلا هذا غرق.
They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai... Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy. Go catch the Nono with the net. You can do it. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there. They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves, where they draw mineral from the natural rock. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before you... That's not true. She's the reason there's still unity, and the only one strong enough to keep the 6 Wang Fu disciples disciplined. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life. The tree started to die when the end of days began. Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a re-evolution, the second coming, and our lineage. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Majut and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. He wants you to understand that you'll all... His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majut, and the Goo Glide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need... The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've... He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
Ah! That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light?
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
There's out of date again. He must have missed something important. Out of date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will... Myriad is convinced that defeating the World Eaters is the only way the world can be saved, but they've been forced to focus on... Out of date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the... Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. They've restroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Says the Sifu gets to choose who sees the Sifu, but he'll let you give it a try. The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most important, they want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you. The wall that separates... There's something about your... Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages. There were 6 of them, but the unity fell apart after Lupa Lupin attacked the old... Jagni doesn't want to... Says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace that side of you and help them vanquish the tribes and let... He wasn't sure you... The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance. The mirror... Their kin must put an end to the war before war puts an end to them. It'll cost bruises and broken bone, but they refuse to be the victim here. Being defeated is a choice they won't make. They've talked about that, but words do not frighten those who feel no fear. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. Tells you not to be afraid. Once you've conquered the rivals out, the only kin who count, seeing Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and he remembers your kind. It's the gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort. Has plenty to do. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Great shot. Youch! You're injured. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Stand against that. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you were. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Goop says he always does better whenever he leaves failure behind. He's happy his good mood is infected. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your... Learning to swim can be scary. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. And he'll be honored. He says that wasn't too bad, was it? He says a feeling that you're going to drown is a great reminder of the need. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Great things usually happen to those who never stop trying. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how. You can Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun. You know you can't make up for lost time. You should know. Practice. She says nobody is perfect. That's why you practice. She'll see you at the village square. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you feel. He was hoping you... It's your own future you're risking by not caring for the environment. You should look for things that are recycled. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing counts. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you... You did well. He appreciates. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting. She wants you to grow up. She's... You've always followed your own path, but... They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right. That makes him wonder why you were here looking for it. He wants to know who you think you are. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She says it's nice. The most. It's time. Here's someone close to her. See, he heard you help. He asks. He suggests you get. He's curious to.
Mashako Gira Vabasco,
You should.
I Arinkash Lafea Nuch.
Your Muma says it's about time.
Kanamunta, domalik, licentere, kanamunt, narolute. Kalino?
Your Muma says you did.
Asadurutu, Kalino?
Bin.
Ben nampusa, Kalino?
Catchy.
Mustiki muhka?
Your Muma says she's never seen.
Kanamunt, mustiki muhka? Domalik, kanamunta, ansonba, sana yode.
Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Luka Lupin from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this. There's nowhere to run to this time. The time has come to stand. Whatever happens, she tells you to stay back. She loves how brave you are, but she can't be worrying about you while she fights. This is... Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Dormuma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
ونعتذر منكم، وكل هون وصلنا نهاية الفيديو ونهاية اللعبة. ان شاء الله ما عاد ننزل عنها ابدا، لانه اللعبة طلعت كتير سخيفة وما حلوة وقصتها مملة وتعلي القلب وما يجي على بالي انا بعل قلبي. اتوقع انتوا اساسا ما ضليتوا لهي الثانية ولا عم تسمعوا.
لو عجبك الفيديو ما تنساش تتفرج على الفيديو ده وكمان الفيديو ده، وما تنساش تعمل سبسكرايب للقناة وتفعل خدمة الجرس علشان يوصلك كل جديدنا.